Subhanallah bihamdihi subhanallahil azim. Subhanallah bihamdihi subhanallahil azim. Subhanallah bihamdihi subhanallahil.
When a person learns the dhikr of Allah, prior to that, he is as if not alive. But the dhikr of Allah, with Allah's grace, Allah gives him the realization of dhikr, and a person has a desire to learn dhikr, and he goes to a friend of Allah, then this is a ni'mah from Allah for him, a very great ni'mah. And this is guidance for the human being. And this is what Allah calls hidayah, and Allah calls tawfiq, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives an opportunity to an individual, that Allah sends him and the hearts connect and love is generated, and then a person has to crush his desires and the shaitan when he gets to that point. And then when an individual learns dhikr, he learns the dhikr. Before that he is like he is dead, just as it's mentioned in the hadith. A person who doesn't do dhikr, it's as if he is not alive. But after he does dhikr, then his batin, his inner state becomes alive. So now dhikr of Allah, remembrance of Allah, alhamdulillah, it does two functions, fulfills two functions. One is that all the previous sins are forgiven that he has committed. Allah Ta'ala totally wipes them away, eliminates the sins. And on top of that, Allah Ta'ala saves him from the sins that he would have committed in future. Because nafs and shaitan try their hardest to take him towards the sins. But dhikr has so much power that it prevents him, it stops him from committing the sins. And he doesn't know himself that what strength is there that is saving me from the sins. And he's going towards sin, suddenly he's saved from the sin. Allah Ta'ala helps. Allah says he gets right to the border of the sin, to the bank of sin, but he is then saved. He stops. This is the barakah of dhikr, that it continues to save that person from sin. And the third thing is that all problems, difficulties, issues, sicknesses, business issues, home issues, problems, disputes and depression, and all of this is due to sin. When a person's sins start to increase, then all these problems and issues generate. For example, if you don't look at the earth, the soil, then weeds come out of the earth and different plants come out of the wild plants because they don't look after it. So same way, human being inside, if he doesn't look after himself, all the negatives are generated. He becomes the markaz, the focal point of jinnat. Jinns come into his heart inside in that person in a bad way, with a bad effect. Depression starts. A person experiences depression and mental stress and business problems and personal life problems and fighting and quarreling, and the shayateen generate all of this. So the barakah of dhikr is such that because dhikr stops a person going towards sin, when he stops going towards sin, then he doesn't have that passion and desire to sin. When he doesn't want that, then suddenly his life becomes easy. And this is called barakah. Barakah, this is barakah. And then barakat starts to come into his life. So many, we can see benefits of learning dhikr, isn't it, my friends? Look at this. The biggest benefit is that Allah's qurb, Allah's nearness is attained. فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ. Allah has promised that as soon as you keep on remembering me, Allah says, I draw nearer to you. I draw nearer to you. So it's the biggest benefit. And then after that are these things that we've discussed. Previous sins forgiven. After that, then the sins for the future protection, he doesn't go towards sin. And then on top of that, when he doesn't sin, then all of the negative things, e.g. depression, etc., they are eliminated. And when they start to go away, then barakat starts to come into the life. On top of that, barakat and blessings come into life, and he starts to feel good and positive about everything. So this is the dhikr of Allah, my friends, which has so many benefits for the human being. So thinking like this, thinking in this light, that if a person doesn't learn dhikr, doesn't go close to dhikr, no, it's too hard, it's difficult, oh, this is for the walis of Allah, the pious people, we can't do dhikr, how can I do this? This is shaitan's trap and shaitan's whispering. This is called the nets of shaitan, the nets, the spider web of shaitan that trap you, make you stuck. But when you come out of that trap and the web, you think, oh, why didn't I do this action before? So much benefit and so many veils there were between my brain and understanding the dhikr of Allah. When I was so close to it, why didn't I do dhikr of Allah? Why didn't I value it before? Dhikr in this masjid, in that masjid. I kept on going to gatherings. I sat, but I didn't have the courage to advance and do more and learn the dhikr of Allah. And then he has to come out of the traps of shaitan. These are the nets that he spreads, the webs. And when you die and go into the grave, then you will realize, oh, I wasted my time. So stupid I was and foolish. Then the angel will say, you stupid person, Allah gave you so many chances and you didn't take advantage of them. Benefits, then what's the point of regretting at that stage? Then there will be adhab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before that, before we get to that, we should open our eyes and take hold, grab hold of dhikrullah, grab hold of dhikrullah, grab hold of the company of the dhakireen, and have aqidah with them, belief in them, love for them, have sincerity with them, have total 100% aqidah in them, believe in them with the right niyyah, and keep good connection with them, good relationships with them, and in your heart there should be no dirt against them, no malice against them, because this is all shaitan that he generates so that he takes you far from the guide. And do istighfar if you're in that position, and have good love, good aqeedah, good belief in the teacher, and then you will get the promotion via the dhikr of Allah. Okay, so whilst we were doing dhikr, Allah instilled these thoughts into my mind, so I just shared them with you. It wasn't an objective for me to give a speech. Whilst we were doing dhikr, these thoughts came into my mind, and I thought, yep, let's share them with you. So let's continue and do dhikr of Allah. Loud dhikr we will do, jahar dhikr.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursalin shafi'il mustaqim da'wa yazin. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala sayyidina Allahumma atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا ربنا إننا كفر لنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا رسلنا إنك لا تخلف الميعاد ربي ولم تخن اللهم نسألك صحة في إيمانا إيمانا في حسن خلق نجاة رحمة منك وعافية اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وارض عنا تقبل منا وتقبل اللهم وجبات رحمتك عزائم مغفرة السلامة غنيمة كل بر فوز بالجنة شفاء من النار شهادة الحوائج ودعوتك والباب اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما اللهم رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله.